I'll be recording a video showing you how to play Territorial.io. Without further ado, let's get started. So, to get started, you want to not get started with multiplayer, as multiplayer is, well, it's very hard. The community's gotten very good at this game. So you want to start by hitting custom scenario here. And what you want to go ahead and do is you'll be a lot met with a bunch of this overwhelming stuff, but don't get too overwhelmed. We're gonna go over these things one by one. So the map here is basically what battlefield are you gonna play on? In other words, what world are you gonna go ahead and try to conquer? So if you hit settings here on the map, you can then choose which type of map you want. These are just two different categories. So realistic map is like if you want to play on like a model of the world. So like, for example, you can select Europe, world, Caucasia, Africa, Middle East, blah, blah, blah. For the purposes of this tutorial, I'll be playing on the regular world map. So there's also procedural map, which I'll just show you what it does. There's white arena, black arena, island, mountains, desert. Like, these are basically just randomly generated maps, and it's randomly generated based on an algorithm. You just click this random button here with the seed here, and it will just randomly give you a seed, and you'll get different maps if you want to like play on like, you know, like a fictional game world. But I'm going to do a realistic map as it's more relatable to this audience, and it makes explaining the concepts more intuitive. So we're going to go ahead and play a realistic map and do the world. So there we go, we're going to go back there. Now, the next thing is player count. How many people do you want to play against? How many bots in this case? I'm going to play against the maximum of bots, or 512, for this purpose. And now you want to choose different game modes. So I'm going to play Battle Royale, since it's the easiest to explain. So I'll play some Battle Royale. You can also select teams, but I suggest starting with Battle Royale. And here's the colors. So the colors here, you can change the colors if you hit settings here, although it's not really necessary when learning how to play the game, so ignore that for now. Bot difficulty, so this is where you select difficulty of bot. So you want to go in here, and you want to select the uniform, as that will give all the bots the same difficulty, and you want to start with very easy. You want to play against the easiest difficulty bots. You don't want to play against very hard, impossible when you're first learning how to play this game, because you will get pushed out. You'll lose, especially if you're just learning how to play this game. So play against very easy bots. Spawning random, that's fine. You could click there to change spawning, but you don't need to do that. Then you have player names. Just click kingdom names here. I mean, yeah, you can do that, and then you can do a selectable name. I can even turn off selectable name, and that would just randomize, but I think I keep selectable name on. You can also go ahead and hit here additional income. Make sure to, like, don't touch these. Like, these are advanced features. Don't touch them. These alter the mechanics of the game. Do not touch them. And then go ahead, and there you go. And then once you have all that set up, you can go ahead and click the play button. So once you go ahead and click the play button, you're greeted with a nice map here. So first thing you notice on the map there's a lot of little white dots here with little colors in the middle. And if I zoom in here, I can see that each one of these white dots are a computer player. So that's PayPal States right there. They're starting over there. Kingdom of Sign. You can scroll up and down or press these buttons here to zoom in and out. So you can see all of those where all the computer players want to go. And now, if I go ahead and double click, that will also select where I want to go. And then so where we go, so I want to see, so you want to spawn away from other dots. So I don't want to spawn too close to any computer players. I want to start further away. So this looks like a good spot. So you double click like that, and then once you spawn, it will zoom into wherever you spawn. As you can see here, I spawned here, it's zoomed into here. Now what you want to do is you want to expand at the beginning of the game. So the way you expand is, first you want to decide how many, this number represents how many troops you have, or how big your army is. So at the top of the screen, that's how many armies you have. And this bar allows you to select how much of your army you want to use every time you attack or expand. So you can drag the slider here and press the plus and minus buttons. I suggest starting with around 20% of your army. Just set it to 20% for the time being. Interest interest, I can show you here. So first, you want to know about expanding. So you double click and now on open land, and then you expand here. As you can see, I did not expand very good. You can also, if you want to attack another nation here, you can double click on them and that will attack them. As you can see here, I'm attacking the Kingdom of Italy right now. And when you attack, oh shoot, when you're being attacked by another nation, it'll say blah blah attacks you in the bottom left corner, so you can actually easily see whether you're being attacked or not. I probably should restart it, as I did not expand very good at the beginning. Yeah, it takes a while getting used to this game. Don't be disappointed if you don't get used to it first. So the way you get more troops, first of all, is income. So every pixel of land you have, right? This is my color, right? Learn to play. You can see my borders. It's like outlined. This little region of land is what I currently own. That's the greenish color that I chose to be my nation. That's me right here. That's the color of my nation. If I can even click on me here to see that that's me. And then over here, I can go ahead and keep attacking and expanding. So you get 1 income for every single pixel of land that you own. So I own 3,000 pixels, so I get 3,000 every time that white bar over there fills up. It gives me 3,000 more armies or troops. And also I gain interest. So interest is gained every tick. So you see this white bar is it ticks up, goes to the top, and then resets. So once it resets, every tick you'll earn the interest. So the interest is basically you get troops as a percentage of how many troops I have. So since it's 1.22% right now, that means that every time this bar ticks, I get 1.2% of whatever troops I already have. To give an example, if I have 100,000 troops and it's 1.24%, I will gain 1,240 troops every time it ticks up. So it's kind of like compound interest if you have like a bank account, but it's every tick rather than every year. So here we go. We can slowly expand here. We can slowly get bigger, and you wanna go for the bots who are other players who don't have a lot of troops. So they only have 43,000 troops. So I probably want to go for them as well. You also don't want to let your troops get too low, because if your troops get too low, the bots will start attacking you. So right now, my best move is to just not attack and have the bot attack somebody else who's lower on troops. As you see, the bot is attacking down there. Now I can claim a little bit of their land, and you want to keep doing this. Now the bot's attacking me, so right now, when the bots attack you, you don't want to do anything. So you want to, as you can see, they're attacking me. Actually, they're very low on troops, so I actually want to attack back right now, as I can get a large portion of their land. And I wait to see if they're going to attack me back, or they're going to go for them. So you want to attack the bots when you don't have a lot of troops. Right now, their troops are away from home, so it's going to be easier. Like, I get more land. Like, when you attack another player or computer player, the amount of land you earn is dependent on first how many troops you send out to attack them, and second of all, how many troops the other person has. So this person has not that many troops relative to the amount of land they have, which means that when I attack them, I will get a lot of land for the number of troops that I spend to attack them. So here I can attack them, and as you can see here, I'm getting a lot of land relative to the number of troops I'm sending over to attack, and I could just keep attacking like this and keep getting more land from them. As you can see here, they're very low on troops, so I can just keep attacking this bot. As you can see, when you have the most land out of any other nation on every nation on the board, you'll have this little crown above your name, which means that this computer player is currently winning right now. Right now, my best move is to not attack them back. Now they attack me, so what I want to do is I want to defend against their attack, although I might lose because I didn't open very well because I was trying to explain everything to you guys. I think we'll go ahead and start a different match. This bot is too OP right now. We'll go ahead and start over. I was busy trying to explain everything, so I didn't get a chance to play properly in the beginning. It's a very complicated game. I mean, it looks simple on the surface. I mean, you got numbers and stuff, yeah. It looks kind of simple, but there's a lot of complicated mechanics that you need to master in order to do well in this game. But once you master it, it's not too hard to understand once you get the hang of it. So as you can see here, a strategy at the beginning of the game is you want to keep attacking when this white bar is is in the top half of the cycle, because if you attack when it's in the top cycle, that means it's almost gonna fill up, and when it fills up, you want to have as much land as possible, right? So you want to expand right before it fills up, so you could have more land when it fills up, so you can earn more troops from the income mechanic. That's how it works. You don't want to expand too early, because then you could have not spent those troops. You could have waited to spend those troops, and in the meantime, while you're waiting to spend your troops, they're earning you interest. So you want to make sure you want to attack closer to the end of the cycle, that way you can earn more interest, and then you can still earn the same amount of income because you're still sending out the troops before the cycle ends. That's what you want to do. And when you're attacking bots, you always want to go for the bots that are weaker, since weaker bots will earn you. Since, like, look, like, if I attack, like, a weak bot here, like, it not using that many troops, you can actually see how many troops you have left that are attacking them. These are the number of troops here. I can see this is the number of troops that are currently I'm sending out attacking Tenlegka, and that number there shows how many troops are currently after them right now. And you can see here the number of troops that are like attacking them. Like when they're stronger, like this guy has more troops, this number goes down faster. But like when this person sends all their troops away, it goes down a lot slower. If you can, it's kind of hard to tell. You can wait until they full send. Like right now, you can see there it's not going down that much. When they have like this few number of troops, getting their land is pretty much as easy as expanding onto open land. So you wanna make sure that you try to expand whenever the people around you have significantly less troops than you. So right now these bots are all playing extremely poorly. So you can see I can just keep expanding, and the aim of the game is to try to control the entire map. Once you control the entire map, you win. So you want to try to and also another feature is how you cross water. So the way you cross water is you find another bot and you click on their coastline. So like, where do you want your ship to land? Like I would like my ship to land here. So then you click the boat icon, and then a ship goes ahead and gets sent out from your coastline, wherever it's closest, and it goes ahead and heads towards their shore. And then once it hits them, it launches a naval invasion and it gets their land. So you see, if I want Roman Empire, if I want to invade Roman Empire, I go ahead and find their coastline here, click this little, first click on their coastline, then click this little boat icon, and I will send a little ship over there to go ahead and attack Roman Empire. Once that ship lands, it will send an attack on Roman Empire. You can see our ship's little ship moving towards Roman Empire, and it will attack them down. That's how you do naval invasions. You want to keep attacking like this, and then you want to keep going down. And here's Kingdom of Balawi. So these are all players here. You want to send boats down here, and then you want to keep getting their land, and like this. Like this is how you play here. So you want to keep playing here. And then you want to just take out all the players. As you can see here, you can sweep through the board. Once you have more than 50%, if you don't want to take out everybody, you think it's too boring, what you can do once you have more than 50% is you can click Locust's exit icon, click more, and then hit the call peace vote. And then you get this little peace thing here. And if you have more than 50%, you can just click the plus there, and it will give you the victory. Because the developers decided once you have 50%, you're pretty much guaranteed to win if you know how to play properly. So they just let you do this, and then you get a victory. Like that. So that's how you play against the bots. Now, before you face off against any players, what I suggest doing is you can slowly go up the bot difficulty. What I suggest doing is make sure you can clear out an entire lobby of 512 bots on the highest difficulty, which is impossible. And I'll show you how that is best done right now. So what you want to do is you want to choose a spawn far away from other bots. Now, these are impossible bots, so you want, when you start expanding at the very beginning, when you have less than 3,000 troops, and you're playing against harder difficult bots, you want to set it to only 10%, because how it works is the interest starts, like, you get a massive boost in interest at the beginning of the game, and then that boost slowly fades. So once that boost is more active, you want to spend less on expansion so you can have more troops at home gaining interest. And once the interest starts falling a little bit, as you can see right now, and that's when you could start putting more into expansion, as it becomes a better ROI. A lot of this game comes down to ROI. Then once you get all the free land around you, when you're playing against very hard or impossible difficulty bots, what you want to do is you want to wait for the bots around you to get really weak. Like, wait until their numbers get significantly smaller than you. Because as I just showed earlier in this video, you get more land for the amount of troops when you spend on an attack, the less troops whatever bot you attack has in their nation. So you want to go for the bots who have a small number relative to the amount of land they have, as that will get you a better deal. It's all about ROI in this. So also another mechanic here is the interest is high, but once your interest hits once you have your army size is 100 times the amount of land you have, your interest will actually start going down. So once that happens, what you want to do is you want to launch a small attack against somebody around you. Just find whoever looks like the best ROI and send an attack. And then once your troop army becomes less than 100 times the amount of land you have, which you can see by the income here, then your interest will go back to where it normally is. So that's a strategy you want to use. Since you maximize your income, the maximum income is basically reached like right before it turns red. So like right now, if I have exactly like 3,300 troops, that would maximize my income. So as you can, right now it's maximum. Now it's gonna start going down. That plus there shows how much income, or right now it's showing how much interest. When it turns yellow, it will also include the income here because when it fills up there. But you can see that right now it's going up since it's not red right now since I'm accumulating more interest. But once it turns red, if I continue to save up, the income from interest actually drops. So that's why you want to attack when it's red. Otherwise, you're not earning income most efficiently. So that's why you want to attack. Do never attack with more than 40%, as it will just leave you weak and vulnerable, and everybody around you will start going for you. So you want to keep it below 40% at all times. Don't put the slider more than 40%, as people want to attack you since you just spent all your troops and you're very weak. And what you want to do is you want to gradually expand and attack the bots that are weaker than you. So this guy's pretty weak, so you want to keep attacking them and keep weakening them up. And that is the current best strategy right now. Keep waiting until it's red. Once they hit another empire, I attack them. You can also attack with a little bit more if you want to take them out faster. So I think my best move is to send a big attack right now, even though I don't have red interest because they're very weak. One more big attack and I can go ahead and take them out. Now look, see, this is why you don't send out too many troops. As I let my troops got a little too low, Kingdom of Jerus took a little attack on me. So it says here, the Kingdom of Jerus attacks you. So you want to be careful you don't let your numbers get too low. Don't attack too much because then people want to go for you. Perspective taking. A lot of this game comes down to perspective taking, right? You want to attack people who have a low number relative to their amount of land, so you yourself don't want to have a low number relative to the amount of land you have, because otherwise other people want to attack you, and then you become the target, and that stalls your growth. So you wanna be a little bit careful and make sure you have your numbers high relative to the amount of land you have, so people don't want to go after you and they go after other people around you instead, as that gives you better opportunities rather than giving other people around you better opportunities to get big off you instead. So you want to keep saving up, and you want to look for whoever's weak around you, and you want to go ahead and attack them. Now I might not win this time because I was busy explaining how to win the bots in this video, but I'll see if we can pull it back. We're doing all right. We have 8,000 pixels right now. Person number one's got 13,000 pixels. They're doing pretty well. My best move is to keep attacking Baton Solnate right now, and keep trying to squish them down and make them smaller. I want to keep hitting them, as you can see here. I'm not really catching up though. Wow, the crown's big. If you have the option to attack who's ever in first place, a lot of times it is a good idea to attack them, even if they don't have the lowest number of troops. Because if you don't attack them, then they might start to snowball. Because if you notice here, like right now my interest is a 1.21%, right? As I get bigger, the interest will increase, and that's 1.22%. So that allows bigger nations to kind of like snowball, you know, like a snowball, like investments like go up exponentially. Like you want to stop the biggest people on the board from being able to do that. So right now my best move is to hit Tsardom of Russia, and you might get attacked in return if you do that, but a lot of times it's worth it, because otherwise you might just straight up lose the game from not being big enough. Because if you're too small, then even if you have a high number relative to your land, people still want to go for you because you're weak. Like this guy, his number is, he doesn't have a lot of land, but his number is so small that if I were to attack him, I would get a lot of land. But right now, they're not my top priority. That's why I'm going for Tsardom of Russia right now, since getting them smaller is my top priority, since they're huge and they're going to be a massive threat on my borders. I want them out of this, and now they're getting weakened, so I want to attack them as much as possible. So I'm going to keep attacking them and making them smaller, as that's currently my best move. Now my best move is to get that free land. And I want to keep attacking Tsardom of Russia. This guy's attacking me, so I want to go ahead and push them out since they're very low on numbers. Once you fence in somebody like that, once you like encircle somebody or like corner somebody, you want to get them out of the match, because they're going to have no choice but to attack you, which is not what you want, as every attack on you will weaken you. And if you want to know like exactly how the math works, like it's kind of complicated, but simply put it, like when you attack, the amount of troops they lose versus the amount you lose. So if I attack them with 400,000 troops, their number will go down by 200,000, or half of whatever I spend to attack them. So that is the very simple explanation. For land calculations, a little bit more complicated, but just know that defense is always going to be stronger than attack. So if I attack somebody using 400,000 troops and they have 400,000 troops, I won't eliminate them. I'll probably take a good portion of their land away, but I won't eliminate them, because defense is always stronger than attack. That's why you want to keep a lot of troops at home, because if other people decide that they want to attack you back, like this guy did a few times, then it's going to cost them a lot more troops to take out an equal number out of your troops. And you want to make sure but you still want to make sure you're expanding enough, because your troops do get capped. So you want to make sure you have enough land so you can hold enough troops so you can actually win this game. So what I'm doing right now is I'm keep attacking, keep coming into Pomerania, since I have a feeling right now Numimia is in second place, so I'm gonna attack them. Don't let them get too big. And my best move is to go for Numidia right now. This guy's gonna want to attack them because they're weaker. So I want to go ahead and go for Numidia before they start to snowball away with the victory. I want to keep attacking them and keep trying to make them smaller. That is the current optimal strategy right now. I can wait a little bit longer to save a few more troops so I can go ahead and launch a bigger attack against them to get a little bit more of their land. And that's basically how you play this game. I'm going to keep these two people stalemating. It's going to take a while for this fight to conclude. So I want to go ahead and keep hitting Numidia before they get too big. Another thing you want to think about is border management. So you don't want to touch people whose best interest is to attack you. So for example, like this guy here, like once they eliminate Duchy of Lucca, then if I go ahead and border them and then I'm the only person touching borders with them, then they're going to want to attack me since I'm the only person who borders them. And that's not what I want, because the more people who attack you, the more you'll get weakened. And the less troops you'll have to fight back and expand. So you want to make sure that you have more troops at home so you can expand more. So there we go. So now I'm trying to catch up. The Crown, they have got a lot of troops there, which is not the best for me. Fortunately, they're on the other side of the board, and sending a naval invasion there will take forever. So I'm better off just trying to push out Numidia, as pushing them out will give me access to Matrium's soulmate, and I can start stopping their ascent after I take out Numidia. This guy is very weak, so I might as well get their extra land so I can have a bigger size advantage against Numidia. So I can double click here to attack. Another shortcut you can use is you can click W and S to adjust the slider without having to go down and click it. That allows you to send attacks more quickly, and a lot of this game is about reaction time. So knowing this shortcut can get you a few extra pixels of lands in a lot of cases. Using that at the right time, as you can quickly adjust to the right number of troops you want to send out for the appropriate situation. And as you can see right now, I'm playing pretty effectively, so I'm starting to catch up to the number one person. As you can see here, now what I want to do is I want to attack this guy. Notice this guy only has borders on me, so they're just want to go ahead and attack me. And unfortunately, this guy sees that I'm weaker than them, so they're going to want to attack me too. So I'm in a very precarious situation right now. So I might actually lose this because you got these two people teaming up on me. So my best move right now is to just go ahead and save up troops. Eventually, these people around these guys will get weaker, and then they'll start attacking them instead of me. Now, what I want to do is, since this guy is very low on troops, I want to go ahead and get their land, even though I'm in a vulnerable position. Because if I'm too small, then I can't hold enough troops at home in order to have more troops than other people around me. As you can see, now I have 12,000 troops at home. 12 million. Now I have a little bit more. I can hold a little bit more troops at home, and I can stop I can, oh wow, this guy's really weak. I should boat over towards them. But what I want to do is I want to slowly get this guy down, because this guy's gonna have no choice but to attack me. Even if I have many more troops than them, I mean, this guy only borders me, so they're just gonna keep wanting to attack me over and over again. North Sea Empire is very weak, so what I'm going to do here is I want to send a boat down there and then get these extra little bits of land, and what that will do is that will help me in my fight against Laterly Dynasty, as the larger land advantage I have against them, the more troops I can have at home, and the more interest I can collect. Unfortunately, this guy is attacking us, which is very bad for us, since they're bigger than us, which means that if they commit to us, we're going to lose the fight slowly against them, which is a very, very bad news for us. So we want to keep defending them and hope they send boats and go after other people instead of us. So as you can see here, they send a boat, which is good for us. We go ahead and land on here, which gets us some extra land, which is what we need to happen right now. This guy is significantly larger than us, which is extremely bad for us. And as you can see, I think we're going to get pushed out here. I think we spent a little bit too much time in the beginning of the game, kind of like trying to like tell everybody how to play this. Oh, wait a minute. This spy is about to border Laterly Dynasty, meaning that they're going to start attacking them instead of me, which is really good for us, as that will stop this huge giant, and we can start attacking them in the back. But I think pretty much at this point we've lost. I don't think we can win at this point. This guy is borders on us. We're pretty much dead at this point. All I can do is start trying to attack this guy. But once this guy gets taken out, this guy's going to sweep through the entire board, and we're going to go ahead and lose. So this is a very bad situation for us. So I think we're pretty much lost at this point. The other thing you'll see other players doing is if they like get angry at somebody else, they'll set their slider to like 100% and attack them like this, like to show like their anger, just to weaken somebody else up and ruin their match, as you can see I'm doing right now. And that is that's pretty much suicide, because then you become a very easy target for them to take you out. But if there's other people bordering them, then all that does is makes other people around them huge, while this guy just has to sit up eating up my attack. Unfortunately, my full send wasn't, we call that full send in this. Nobody else bordered this guy, so it didn't hurt them that badly. But we will go ahead and play a game against a bunch of players here. So we'll go ahead and do some multiplayer here, and we'll go ahead and play against some actual people now. So to play against actual people, you click multiplayer, and then you hit ready when you're ready to like play. And then when you make sure you're click on Battle Royale, so you play Battle Royale, since the Battle Royale tutorial. And then you can see here, and then once this green bar on the bottom fills up, you'll go ahead and start your match. Now, when you're playing against players, spawning is a little bit different. So you see the yellow dots, that's where other players are choosing to spawn. If I zoom in, I can see that's a player there. And what you want to do is you want to spawn away from bots, but you really want to spawn away from players, as spawning near a player will dramatically reduce your chance of winning. So you see, this isn't a very good spawn. I mean, I can start and see what happens, but I'm probably not going to win from this spawn, because I'm way too close to a lot of players. So you want to make sure you use the same rules when you expand in playing against the bots when you expand players. You want to expand a little bit slower at the beginning, and you want to expand in the last half of the cycle, since you are closer to earning the income bonus, like here. Another thing when playing against players is players tend to play better than bots, so you should not play against players unless you know what you're doing, because most players play more efficiently than bots. But as you can see, this guy's not playing very efficiently. Oh great, their troops just came back. Oh wow. Well, if a player full sends in a bot, it's not a bad idea to go for them. The problem is that player realized that they were making their mistake, and now they saved up and they're going for me. So I think that's pretty much a loss for me, and we have to go ahead and play another match. Now, that wasn't a very good spawn to begin with. A lot of this game comes down to luck, whether people will decide to go near you or not. If people go near you, you're pretty much lost the match. So if people go near you, you want to restart another match. If your goal is to win, you never want to try to come back from a bad spawn, as most times you'll just get a frustrating loss, because players tend to play very well. So even if you're like a very skilled player, like I've been playing this for a long time, right? I can realistically only expect to win if I get at least a decent spawn. If I get a bad spawn, I mean, when you get to the higher level in this game, the difference between great gameplay and good gameplay is not that much. I mean, you might, like, at the start, you might have, like, 10 to 20% more land and troops, but, I mean, 10 to 20% bonus is useless when somebody else got a great spawn and started with twice as much as you. So that's why you never want to play with a bad spawn. As at the higher skill levels, I mean, the difference between good gameplay and great gameplay isn't that much. So you want to not try to play from bad spawns unless the other person is a noob. And I shouldn't be saying that, I should be saying beginner, but unless the other person is a beginner, you're not very likely to win if they get a better spawn than you. So you want to expand like this. This guy has a lot of troops because they got presumably spawned a little bit further away from bots, which allowed them to save up more troops rather than having to take early attacks. And that's why spawn is so important in this game. I might have to restart again. This is not looking like a very good spawn. You can see I'm only in 5th place, which is not a good start for a spawn to begin with. Ideally, you want to be in the top 3 if you want to have a good chance of winning. Now I'm in the top 3. But if you're not in the top 3 after you finish clearing out all the bots around you, you want to not play it around, because most likely you won't have a good time. You're too small to have a reasonable chance of winning the match, even if you're good at the game, even if you're very experienced. This guy's low on troops, and eventually they're going to get fenced off, so they're going to have no choice but to attack me, so I'm going to weaken them a little bit. But this is not a good spawn. Look at the troop counts compared to me versus everybody around them. You can see I'm not much stronger. And I'm also kind of in the middle, which means I have a lot of borders. So right now, my best move is to just go ahead and leave the match, since I'm probably not going to win from that position. A lot of this is just trial and error. You want to keep leaving matches until you finally get a winnable starting position. So here I'm going to play again, and hopefully I can get a winnable starting position so I can show you guys the nice little win. So I'm going to spawn here. Typically on this map, you want to spawn in Alaska, since that gives you a lot of land and not a lot of borders. But unfortunately, if somebody else is trying to fence me off there, I'm going to spawn here, because a lot of times what will happen is if you spawn here, right, somebody in these people, generally people in Greenland don't play very well, or they're more like typically newer players spawn in Greenland, which means that they'll tend to be weaker, giving you easier targets to go for. So this is also a pretty good spawn, northern Canada. So I think because somebody else spawned in Alaska, my best move is to move over to northern Canada, as you can see here. And we'll see if that move pays off in terms of how good of an opening I can get and how many people I border at the start. Ideally, you only want to border 1 to 3 people at the start of the game. You don't want to border more than 3 people. This leaves, again, right, you want to think about it from other people's perspective. If you're the biggest and you're starting to win a game, other people want to go for you, because if they don't attack you, then your interest is just going to snowball and you're just going to sweep through the entire board. So you want to make sure there's less people on your borders, so in the event people do decide to team up on you, you have fewer enemies you need to defeat in order to win the game. If you have 10 people on your borders and you're number 1, well, then you have the possibility for 10 people to attack you. And unless you're as large as those 10 people combined, you're going to have a very hard time winning that fight against 10 people. So you want to really be careful about how many people you touch borders with. As you see, right now I'm touching borders with right now 3 people. Unfortunately, this guy's worming their way towards me, so I'm going to touch borders with 4 people, which is a little bit more than I'd like to touch borders with. As you can see, and my number is not much bigger than them, even though I have more land. So as you can see here, that's a bot. But people, I'm very, like, a lot of people might be interested in attacking me right now, like, because my number's not that much bigger, yet I have significantly more land. Yes, as meaning that the ROI from other nations deciding to attack me is very high. So I need to be very careful right now about how many troops I have, because I don't want to become the target. And the boat didn't send for some reason. But what I want to do is I want to work my way towards Greenland, since there's a lot of weakness over there. I'm going to go ahead and land my ship there. My ship lands there. Now I'm going to immediately send a boat to Greenland. Unfortunately, this guy beats me towards there, which is not very good for me. So what I'm going to do is cancel that boat. I want to anger this guy and get an extra border. I now have borders with 4 people, which is extremely bad for me. Unfortunately, luckily for me, my number is still pretty high, so I don't really have to leave just yet. This is not a losing position yet, but if people around me don't make enough blunders, then I'm probably going to be next to get pushed out, because I've got way too many borders, and I'm pretty average in size. I mean, 6th place, 16 players. So this isn't a very good position. If I could swap positions with Bridge, I mean, they're low on troops, but I would definitely want to swap positions with this guy, because this guy's a lot more land than me, meaning that they can hold a lot more troops. So as long as they don't attack, they're going to get a lot of troops. Meanwhile, I'm going to be capped pretty soon in how many troops I can get. And if I attack any of these players, they might full send on me because they got angry that I started a war with them. And then if they full send on me, that makes everybody else here huge, and I'm just going to end up being in last place. So my best move is to just attack Le France and hope that they don't full send on me. You should send them a heartbreak if you're going to attack them, because it's kind of like, oh, it breaks my heart, but I have to attack you since that's the best move for me at this point. And just hope somebody else, like, they full send on somebody else, which is good for me, as that allows me to catch up a little bit. But I mean, I'm still not that high on the leaderboard. I mean, I might get into 2nd place, but I'm still quite far behind Penny Bridge, so it is still not an ideal situation for me. And the problem is everybody around me now has at least... And if full sends are allowed, which you can tell if you go into here, if you go into more here, and hit game log, like, if you scroll up to the top, it'll say full sending is disabled if full sending is not allowed, which is basically just sending all your troops out at once. But in this case, full sending is allowed. This guy full sends, so let me get their land. Unfortunately, I didn't have great borders on them, so I don't get that much land. Now at this point, I've pretty much lost the game, so my best move is to just hit Wolfpack Nations and hope I don't eat a full send. If I eat a full send from this guy, I lose, but I'm gonna lose anyways because I don't have enough land to take on these players. So my best move is to just attack them and hope other people join in, or just to truce with this guy and just hope that other people around me full send. But at this point, I'm pretty much just, as you can see, they're attacking me back, and I'm gonna lose this fight. So my best move is just quit and play again. A lot of this game comes down to trial and error. If you don't get a good start, even if you're a good player, you won't win. Don't be a sore sport. Don't be a bad sport. Just go ahead and play a different game. Maybe you can emote. I'll show you how to emote. You can, like, emote GG or something like that. Show other people, great job. You want to be polite to other people in the community. You want to be rude and toxic. You want to, don't be a sore loser. You want to be encouraging. This game's mechanics are designed for toxicity, like, especially like the red interesting. Like, the game literally wants you to attack, even if you don't feel like it's a good idea, because the game makes it so if you don't attack, you don't earn as much troops. Even though a lot of times in the real world you want peace, this game kind of encourages you to attack instead of, like, so you wanna, this game kind of awards people who decide to attack by not capping out their interest too early. So what you want to do is you want to keep expanding at the beginning of the phase, and you want to use the same criteria as I just did in the last 2 matches to assess whether it's a winnable spawn or not. Generally speaking, better players tend to play during the daylight hours, so if you're a new player and you want to win your first ever free-for-all, you don't want to play in the afternoon like me, as you'll tend to face more experienced players. I mean, compared to, like, the average experienced player, I'll say I'm a little bit more experienced. I mean, according to the rankings in this game, I am about top 200 in the world, which is basically racing a ranking against everybody else who plays this game. So I am a very good player, but I mean, I'm not the best player. There's still people who are better than me out there. I will probably be more experienced than the average player in this match, but that doesn't mean, like, I mean, there's 20 players. Like, even if I have, like, 3 times the average chance of winning, I'm still only gonna win, like, 15% of the time against 20 players. Because there's just so much chaos in this game. Like, right now, like, this guy got angry and started attacking me. That pretty much costed me the entire match, even though they're weaker than me, because it got me weak. My best move is just attack people here and hope I don't get attacked in the back. I pretty much lost this match because this person decided to go ahead and attack me. But as you can see here, because this guy wants to take advantage of the fact that I'm in my expansion stage, I might have to leave this match. Because this Will guy is interested in attacking me, and that's not going to let me expand, which is a huge problem. Now, this guy is attacking me, that's a blunder on their part, because they're already very low on troops. As long as I'll give them this guy a thumbs up. But as long as, because they're playing well, but as long as, other people don't realize that I'm trying to expand aggressively right now, I will still slowly be able to carve away this guy, and as you can see, I have the most land now. I had it for a second. Now, this guy's very weak, so I probably want to go for them next, but I mean, I'm still fairly low on troops, so I can't risk attacking too many people right now. My best move is to just expand into these 2 weaklings around me and slowly gain more land. I am 2nd place, which is pretty good. I want to try to choose the guy that's biggest since they're stronger than me. This guy full sends on me, so I want to go ahead and get their land. Unfortunately, their full send didn't finish yet, and somebody else's boat is going there, which is not good for me. So I want to block their full send because I don't want them to get too much. I don't want this. I want to block off this blue guy. I don't want them getting too much land. They're significantly stronger than me in terms of troops. Unfortunately, we're too weak because a lot of people around us got angry and started attacking us. Things like that. If that happens, you just want to leave the match and start over. A lot of this game comes down to wanting to start over because people can be a pretty sore loser sometimes. I mean, if you ruin their match, they'll go crazy on you. Also, if you wonder what contest is, basically, like, every 20 minutes, like, there'll be a large lobby. Like, notice how slow this green bar is filling up. There'll be, like, a large lobby, and that means you need to wait until the bar fills up before you can go ahead and start. I mean, I am going into a lot of detail, but there's a lot of quirks you need to learn if you want to win a match. This game is not it's not like a GAR where you can just pick up immediately. You need to learn, like, all the mechanics. I mean, it's not as bad as OpenFront in terms of how hard it is to learn. Like, don't play OpenFront if you don't like learning new games. It takes forever to learn how to play that game properly. But if you want to like, if you're the contest, like, there's 54 players here, like, good news, nobody's spawning near me. If nobody spawns near me, I still might be able to take out 54 players. But basically, what you want to do is you want to expand very slowly at the beginning. I might not show myself winning matches in this because, I mean, I am playing. I mean, we've had our fair share of sore losers in this video deciding to go ahead and ruin our matches. Plus, we haven't gotten any extremely good spawns yet, so we might not win in this, but I have won a lot of matches before. I can go ahead and show you my ranking to go ahead and prove that I am qualified to make Territorial guides. I've just gotten pretty unlucky today for some reason. In terms of, like, where we spawn, how many sore losers want to ruin our match. We've gotten pretty unlucky today in terms of those factors, and also the relative skill level of other people's playing. We've got a lot of skill. We've faced off against a lot of skilled players, which has definitely slowed our advances and given other people time to get bigger, which is not the best for us. Now, this guy is very weak, so I do want to take an attack on them. I've started with the crown, which is very good, especially considering there's still 47 players in this. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit low on troops, so I just have to hope nobody attacks me in the beginning. I have to attack very conservatively to clear out these last few bots, and I'm going to intentionally not attack. Hopefully somebody blocks me off. Now the problem is I border 1, 2, 3, 4 nations, which is a little bit high. Luckily, this guy's getting angry and thinking about full sending on somebody else, and if that happens, we do get extra land. So we want to wait for them to full send. They're still a little bit too strong. Before you're at red interest, you don't want to go for somebody unless you have at least 4 times their number. So I don't want to attack this guy unless I have 400,000, which I don't, so I'm going to attack this guy. Even if I get 400,000, I still need to be careful about when I decide to attack them. Now I can think about attacking them since they're low on troops. They full send. Now it's a perfect time to get some of that land. Especially when you're playing the full send game mode, you want to have as much troops at home as possible, as full sends can really damage you if you don't have a lot of troops at home. Now, there's somebody here on a spectrum. I'm gonna go ahead and heart them and give them thumbs up and support them because, yeah, it's great to be supportive of people on a spectrum. So we're gonna go ahead and offer them first place. We're gonna be very polite to them since they kind of like deserve the love since they're on the spectrum. So we're gonna give them hearts. You want to make friends too. Another thing you can do is if you're playing against players, you can go ahead and click it, and this is basically the friend request button. You see the handshake here? That is the friend request button. You don't want to click it on people you want to attack because then it's kind of like you betrayed their friendship. But basically, you can go ahead and click that button and it'll say, oh, they request a friendship pact or something like that. And then you can hit accept and then it will say you accept the friendship. This guy is very weak, so even if they full send on me, it's not going to deal that much damage. So I should definitely go ahead and take out Brazil here. I mean, I've gotten a really, really good spawn, so even though I'm playing against 50 people, I still might win. A lot of this comes down to luck. I mean, I've gotten really lucky this match. I want to not attack this guy, and I want to sit here and save up troops, and now I want to go for, I mean, in a full send game mode, you don't want to go for anybody who has warded roughly about a third of your troops. As if you only have a third of your troops and they full send you, they can only do like about they can't even do 20% damage to you. That the most damage they can do is 20% if they decide to full send on you. So you never want to go for people who have more than a third of your troops. So this guy has 1.5 million. I don't want to attack them unless I have 4.5 million troops at home. So my best move is to boat over to attack Egypt. Unfortunately, again, this game, a lot of people like to do this. Like, they realize somebody's winning and then they try to attack them because it's the only chance that they don't win. Now this guy just tried to full send boats. Now this guy, finally I can attack them as I now have 3 times their troops. So now I can safely attack them without worrying about their full send dealing too much damage. You never want to attack people. Like their full send, they didn't deal that much damage with their full send. You never want to attack people. Now my best move is to try to push this guy off me. Unfortunately, somebody else, I don't want to get full sent on by this guy though, so my best move is just chill right now since I am still in first place. And I can't eat a full send. Unfortunately, this guy wants to keep attacking us, so we'll go ahead and counterattack them. Since we don't want this guy being on our borders, so we're going to go ahead and push them off this island, so they don't even have an option to full send on us, and we'll go ahead and push them off. That prevents them from attacking us as one less person on their borders. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of good expansion opportunities right now. There's nobody around us who we can attack. So right now our best move is to go ahead and click war and hit call peace vote. So you can actually call peace vote before you have 50%. And if peace is agreed upon in this situation, it ends in a stalemate, and you get rewards based off of how much of the map you control. So here, I'm in first place. I control about 12% of the map, so I get about 12% of the rewards. And you want to look for the people who reject peace, like player 732 reject peace. And you want to start attacking people who reject peace. So this guy, player 732, is rejecting peace. So you want to go ahead and attack them, but you don't want to attack them first, since you don't want to get the full send. They have too many troops. Now, my best move is to attack the crown, since this guy is saying yes to attacking 732, so I want to go ahead and issue a heartbreak on this guy. I cannot eat a full send, since they've got more than a third of my troops. Once this guy gets down to 2 million, I can start attacking them. I will say thumbs up. I will attack them. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. I'm gonna go ahead and attack them. Let's encourage other people. Now they have only a third of my troops, so now I can go ahead and attack them, as their full send won't deal too much damage to me. And even though we get the full send, we can go ahead and just counterattack. That's why you always want to use the 1/3 rule. And see, I'm still at red interest. Unfortunately, though, this crown guy is huge, and they only border 4 people, which is not good for us. So we want to encourage everybody to try to team up against them. But first, before that, we want to call for peace first, since we're not in a winning position right now. So we want to keep calling for peace, because we're not in a winning position. Generally, if you vote for peace and you call peace vote, people will generally be less likely to attack you since you want peace. Since it's typically how it works. And you want to look for people who aren't, like Jarfa, like there we go, like voted for peace there. So that's a nice little vote for peace. But there we go. So we didn't win that time, but a lot of times it isn't about winning, it's just about having a fun time. I mean, the point of games is to have fun, but I'll just go ahead and show you my ranking, so I can go ahead and prove the fact that I am qualified to be making videos on how to play this game. Unfortunately, why don't you load? It's not loading. There we go. This is my ranking here. You can see here, rank 200, so about 200, right? It was 190 something yesterday, but it does slowly drop over time. And it does drop a little bit when you lose. I think you lose it's only a handful of points when you lose or when you leave a match. It's not a significant loss because the developers of this game do understand there's a lot of luck involved. So when you win, it's like 5 or 10 times more points you earn when you win than when you lose. But generally speaking, it hovers around 200 in terms of my rank. It still says status recruit, but 200 is still a very good rank considering how many accounts exist. And this game does have a system for deleting inactive accounts. So at least a sizable portion of this number are active accounts. Even if only 10% of these are active accounts, like what is it, 214 over 50,000? I'm still in the top percent of players. So I'd still say my advice is pretty credible. And there we go. I've earned quite a bit of gold here. This is basically just the rewards you earn from playing the game. And yeah, pretty fun game. You want to play, highly suggested. Go ahead and play some Territorial, and that is pretty much it for my FFA tutorial. Go ahead, have fun, don't be a sore loser, and bye-bye.